What is up, you sexy beasts? This weekend we have the Rogue Invitational, and I tell you what, this thing to me is starting to look more and more like the CrossFit Games than it is like a semi-final or a sanctional event that we've seen in the past. We now have 10 events and the competition stretches over 4 days. They start on Thursday night, then they have a full day Friday, full day Saturday, full day Sunday. So whereas the regionals or the semi-finals, whatever you want to call it, whereas they are like 2, maybe 3 days with like 6 events, 7 events, the games is normally 4, maybe 5 days. There's normally a rest day in there, so more like 4 days, 12 to 15 events. So I would say that the Rogue Invitational this year with 10 events stretching over 4 days or 3 and a bit days, to me, it's closer to a games weekend than it is to a semi-final weekend. And I like that. I think it's exciting, and I've always thought, you know, there is place in the season for a second CrossFit Games level competition. Sure, the 2 events are very close together at the moment, but perhaps the athletes can start taking their off season post-Rogue. So they might have 2 weeks off after the games rather than a month, start preparing for Rogue, hit Rogue, and then take their off season, and get ready again, kind of come quarterfinals, semi-finals. Obviously a games level athlete doesn't have to worry about preparing for the Open too much. I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think there's room in the season, room in the year for a second competition that's at the same level as the CrossFit Games? Or should it just be this one big hurrah and all the other events should be of lesser size and scale when it comes to the volume of workouts and the days? Personally, I am all for another competition at the same level as the CrossFit Games. And honestly, I think for an athlete currently, Rogue Invitational is almost more appealing because your travel, your accommodation is paid for, you're guaranteed to make some money, there's no cost, no major costs to get there. It's very prestigious in that it's only a field of 20, so it's very sought after, it's very hard to get a spot to qualify. And now we've got like a 3.5 day competition with 10 events. And looking at these events, it's pretty cool. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Do you think this thing is starting to shape up and creeping towards becoming a second CrossFit Games level competition? Or do you think Rogue should pull their heads in and just rein this thing in a little bit, 10 events, come on. Let's have a look today at the workouts that have been released already and talk about who we think could win these events. So out of the 10 events, we already know 7 of these, the other 3 have not been announced. And I have heard a rumor that one of the events will be off-site, so I'm not sure which one that'll be. You can speculate with me down in the comments. We don't know what the first event on Thursday night is yet, so let's move straight on to Friday morning, event number 2. We have what's called ski bar. 20 bar muscle ups, 40 cals for the men, 32 cals for the ladies on the ski erg, 80 GHD sit-ups, another 40 cals for the men, 32 for the ladies on the ski erg, and finally 20 more bar muscle ups. So in total, there's 40 bar muscle ups and 40 calories for the men and 64 for the ladies with 80 GHDs in the middle. So on the men's side, Roman Krinikov stands out for me because he's very, very good on the ski erg. He won the ski erg swimming event at the games this year. He also came second in Jackie Pro, so he's very good at bar muscle ups. And I think those 2 elements, the ski erg and the muscle ups, are going to be major factors. So I think Roman will win this one, but also Noah could do really well, especially with the 80 GHD sit-ups. Noah's very fast on GHDs and obviously just flies on the bar muscle ups. So I think Roman and Noah could be up there for the boys. On the ladies side, Cara Saunders is someone who stands out for me, who can really go hard on the ski erg, but is very proficient at bar work as well. She came second again, same as Roman in Jackie Pro. So very good at bar muscle ups, very good on the machines. It'll be the 80 GHDs, it'll be the question mark for her. But I feel like she's now far along enough from having a baby to where she is now that the abdominal work shouldn't be a problem anymore. So I reckon Cara will take out this event for the ladies. I do think that Laura Horvath will be right on her tail. Being a bigger athlete, she's very good at the ski erg. She came 3rd in rinse and repeat, which is the swimming ski erg workout at the games this past year. Also came 4th in Jackie Pro, so not bad at bar muscle ups at all. The big question mark really is those 80 GHDs in the middle. Event number 3, I absolutely love this event. It is called Back Attack. We have 5 rounds of back squats with a set weight and box jump overs. So the back squats go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The box jumps overs go 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5. The men are going to be squatting 405 pounds. I believe that's like 180 kgs. and the ladies 270 pounds, which is around that 125 kg mark. In my mind, this workout will be won by stronger athletes. Athletes who can really just walk up to the barbell, rack it and go and not even think twice about repping up 5s and 4s. I think those 4s and 3s, those second 2 sets, are gonna be rough coming from the box back to the barbell. And so for that reason, I think that Adler and Medeiros will be the 2 men to watch in this event. Both very good squatters, but both also very athletic and can do the box jump overs fairly fast. And on the ladies' side, it's going to be Cara Saunders or Danny Spiegel. I think those girls are going to just eat these back squats alive, where the other ladies might get stuck under the bar or might have to rack it up multiple times rather than just repping these out. Event number 4 is DT with a spin. This workout is going to be so gnarly. So it's DT, but every round is going to kick off with 15 calories on the Echo bike. So this workout is going to be very good for someone who can do barbell cycling, but is also very powerful on the bike. And who better than my man, Jason Hopper. I'm picking him for this workout. He is unmatched in his ability to put out power on the Echo bike, and the man's good for barbell. So he's going to be my pick for DT with a spin. And again, Cara Saunders. I think no one can barbell cycle quite like her. And again, when it comes to machines, she can just pump it. She can pump it. So event number 4, Jason Hopper, Cara Saunders. Those are my picks. Event number 5, very interesting event, and I actually mentioned the monkey bars not too long ago in a video, and I said that I would love for the CrossFit Games to bring back the monkey bars. Well, they're coming back at the Rogue Invitational. We have an axle bar lunge, then we got monkey bar traverse, then we have a hill run. I imagine the same hill that they had last year, they'll use that again. Then a bag pull. So I wonder if they're going to be at the top of the hill pulling a bag up. I'm not sure, or whether they go back down and then pull the bag. They do the monkey bar traverse again and then finish again with the axle bar lunge. This event is going to suit an athlete that is naturally athletic. The difference between a fit athlete and an athletic athlete is that a fit athlete have worked on specific skills or specific movements and they've become really good at them. An athletic person is someone who can just pick something up on the fly and can be good at anything, even without practicing much. So when it comes to things like running up a hill or doing the monkey bars, in my mind, it's going to really favor an athlete that's very athletic. And there's no one more athletic in the field than DB, Daniel Brandon. So she's going to be my pick for the ladies to win this event. And on the men's side, I reckon someone like Saxon Panchik or Ricky Garrard, 2 athletes that are very athletic. I know that Ricky has a history of rugby and mountain biking and all sorts of different sports, and I think someone like that, this event's really going to suit. But it's certainly a hard event to pick. I do think another person who's very athletic is Emma Lawson, so I'd keep an eye on her as well for this event. We don't have the details for event number 6 yet, so we'll jump to event number 7. We have the Texas Oak. It is a 1 rep max log lift. I think the temptation here is to go back to the 1 rep max sandbag lift of the CrossFit Games and just pick whoever won that to also win this. I do think that the log is going to be a different ball game. Yes, it requires raw strength, but I think technique is going to play an even bigger factor than the bag did. So on the ladies' side, I wanted to just go Danny Spiegel, Laura Horvath, Amanda, Jacqueline Dahlstrom, but I actually think someone like Annie Thorisdottir or Cara Saunders, again, could come out on top of this with the combination of having raw strength, but also great technique when it comes to these movements. They are going overhead, which obviously they didn't have to do at the games with the bag. So that old overhead position is going to be really, really important. And that is the reason on the men's side why I have picked Justin Medeiros or Jason Hopper. Both did really well the sandbag, but on top of that, they both have incredible shoulder strength and overhead position. So those are my picks on the men's side, is Justin Medeiros and Jason Hopper. On the ladies' side, I'm gonna say Cara Saunders or Annie Thorisdottir. And then there's still 3 more events. We're gonna talk about 2 of these because event number 10 we don't have. We've got 2 more events. There's so many events, I just love it. Event number 8, it's called the Snatch and Press. We have a 3-rounder here, starting with 20 dumbbell snatch, 100 pounds for the men, which is about 45 kgs, 70 pounds for the ladies, which is around 30 kgs, and then 9 parallel bar handstand push-ups, I believe. So there's a deficit on these handstand push-ups. On the men's side, Guy Malheiros has the fastest dumbbell snatch in the world, male or female. He's just so efficient and so fast. So he's gonna have a massive advantage on the dumbbell snatch. He's so much faster than anyone else. Then there's a deficit handstand push-ups. He came 10th in the Echo Press workout, which was the wall-facing handstand push-ups. So not a bad placing. So I think the dumbbell snatch for him is going to put him far enough ahead that even if he's not the best at the deficit handstand push-ups, he'll be able to come home with a win. But again, Jason Hopper, man, he came second in that Echo Press workout. He really surprised people with his handstand push-up ability. And he did great in the dumbbell snatch at the games as well. So he's my first pick, but also watch Jason Hopper. Actually, Roman Krinikov did equally good on the dumbbell snatch and also the handstand push-up workout at the games this year. He's very much on par with Jason on those two workouts. So I reckon Guy will win it, and then Jason and Roman for that second place spot. On the ladies' side, you had Ali Turner win the dumbbell snatch workout this year. It also had wall balls in it, and there was no handstand push-ups. I think her and Cara will have the fastest cycle time on the snatches. I know I sound very biased here picking the Aussie girls, but I truly believe that Cara and Ali will be the fastest on the dumbbell snatches. If I had to pick one of those athletes for the handstand push-ups, I would put my money on Cara to win. But again, I'm not sure how great she is at deficit handstand push-ups. So an athlete like Alexis Raptis, Emma Lawson, or even Annika Greer could do really well in this workout, considering they are very good at handstand push-ups. And the last event that we have details for is event number 9. It's called the Goblet. We have 7 rounds here, starting with 7 muscle-ups, then a hill sprint, and then 11 goblet squats. I imagine with a kettlebell. Haven't seen a goblet squat for a very long time. We've got 88 pounds for the men, which is around 40 kgs, and 62 pounds for the ladies, which is about 28 kg kettlebells, I imagine. So I think event number 9, again, is going to suit a very athletic person. It's not going to be good enough to just have good muscle up volume. You're also going to have to be able to sprint up that hill and back, get into those goblet squats. So I think an athlete like Emma McQuaid has historically done really well with muscle ups, but also more athletic type of events. And then of course, Danielle Brandon. So I reckon Emma McQuaid or DB, watch those on the ladies side for event number 9. And then on the men's side, Saxon and Ricky. I mentioned them before in the workout that required athleticism. Again, I think Saxon and Ricky are 2 athletes that can get through those 7 muscle ups pretty easily, but then really punch hard on the run. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the workouts. I think they're great. There's so much variety and so much uniqueness, from the monkey bars to the log to the hill. It's stuff we never get to see anywhere else but the Rogue Invitational. So I am extremely excited for this weekend. I'll be bringing you some content, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on the event itself, having 10 workouts, being over 4 days. Do you think they should keep expanding and pushing the limits with this event to bring it on par with perhaps the CrossFit Games? Or do you think it needs to sit just a tier under that? I'd love to hear your thoughts, and let me know, how wrong am I on these predictions, and who do you think might do well on the workouts that have been released so far? Guys, stay sexy, keep roaring love. I'll see you tomorrow, believe it or not. Mwah.